everyone, today we're going to be working on this crochet circle placemat pattern. I have included a link in the description below for the written pattern. The materials that you're going to be needing is a 4mm crochet hook and the classic cotton big ball yarn. I've included the information for the materials needed as well in the description below. So let's go ahead and get started. There's a couple of ways you can begin this project. If you don't like doing a magic ring, you can do a chain 5 and connect the last chain to the first chain with a slip stitch and work in that round. We'll be doing a magic ring. So wrap the yarn around your fingers like this so it crosses over itself in an X. You're going to take your hook and put it underneath the bottom piece of your X and then over top of the top piece, and gently pull under to scoop up a loop. Carefully pull your hand out and pick up your working yarn. We're going to be making a chain of 3, which will count as a double crochet, and we'll be working all of our stitches over the 2 pieces of the yarn. So yarn over your hook, push right through the middle of the ring, working over both pieces, yarn over, pull up a loop. You've got 3 loops on your hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops to complete a double crochet. We're going to work another double crochet into our magic ring, and we're going to keep on going until we have a total of 15 double crochets, which of course includes that chain 3 as a double crochet stitch. So you'll be making 14 double crochets to have a total stitch count of 15. So let's just go ahead and keep on working our double crochets, being sure that every single one of them is over both pieces of the yarn in our magic ring. And once you complete your 15, come back and I'll show you how we're going to move on. All right, so let's go ahead and just make sure that we have a total of 15 stitches here. And you're just going to hold on to your work, grab a hold of the shorter piece of the yarn that you were working over, that little tail end there, and gently pull to close your magic ring. You can give a little extra tug, straighten it out, and then pull it again. It'll completely close up the middle, which is why I prefer using a magic ring technique. All right, so now we're going to close this round with a slip stitch into the top of our chain 3 space from the beginning of the round. And that's going to complete our round 1. So let's just push the hook through, yarn over, pull right through the loops on your hook to slip stitch and complete that round. Okay, so now we'll begin round 2. Okay, so for round 2, we're going to chain 2, which counts as a half double crochet stitch. Working in the first stitch of our round, we're going to make a half double crochet. So yarn over, push your hook through, yarn over, pull up a loop. You've got 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull right through all 3 of the loops on your hook to complete your half double crochet. Because the chain 2 counts as a half double crochet, technically we now have 2. And we're going to work 2 half double crochets into every single stitch all the way around. So I'm working in the second stitch now, worked a half double crochet. I'm going to do another one in that very same stitch. And you're just going to continue on with working 2 half double crochets into every single stitch all the way around. So by the time you get back to the beginning, you should have a total of 30 stitches. Go ahead and keep on working your half double crochets, 2 of them in each stitch. When you get to the beginning, you're going to close the round with a slip stitch in the top of your chain 2 and then come back. Okay, so now we're going to start round 3. We're going to chain 3, which will count as a double crochet. And so we're going to work 1 double crochet in that first stitch. So we have 2 now. We're going to work 1 double crochet in the next stitch. We're going to work 2 in the following. So we're working a double crochet in that following stitch and another double crochet in the same stitch, 1 in the next, and 2 in the following stitch. And you're just going to keep on going, alternating, working 2 double crochets, then 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 1 double crochet. Keep doing that all the way around, close with your slip stitch. By the end of this round, you should have a total of 45, and then come back. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and start round 4. We're going to chain 2, which is going to count as a half double crochet stitch. We're going to work 1 half double crochet into the first stitch. And then we're going to work 1 half double crochet in each of the following 2. So that's 1, and then another one in the next. And we're going to work 2 half double crochets into the following stitch. And you're just going to keep on alternating like this. So you're going to work 1 in each of the next 2, and then 2 in the following. Okay, so keep repeating that all the way around, close with your slip stitch, and then come back. By the end of this round, you should have a total of 60 stitches. Okay, so now we're going to begin our next round with a chain 3, which counts as a double crochet. We're going to work 1 double crochet in the first stitch. We are continuing to increase. So we're going to work 1 double crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. One, 2, and 3. And then we're going to work 2 double crochets in the following, and you'll keep on repeating all the way around. So you'll do 1 in each of the next 3, 2 in the following, and keep doing that all the way around. Close with your slip stitch, and by the end of this round, you should have 75 stitches. So go ahead and keep on alternating all the way around, close your round, and come back. Okay, so let's chain 2 to start our next round, and we're going to work 1 half double crochet into the first stitch, and then we're going to work 1 half double crochet into each of the next 4. Then we'll work our 2 half double crochets in the stitch after that, and you're going to go ahead and continue repeating this all the way around. You'll have 90 stitches by the time you finish this round. So go ahead and just keep on working. So you're doing 2 and then 1 in each of the next 4, 2, 1 in each of the next 4. Go all the way around, close your round with your slip stitch at the top of your chain 2, and then come back. Okay, so for this next round, we're going to fasten off our color 1. For my project, it's white. I'm going to fasten off my white yarn, and I'm switching to color 2, which is that sand color, like a beige color that I'm using for my color number 2. So switch to whatever your second color is. Make a starting loop. Just wrap it around your finger and pull up a little bit of that bottom piece, push a little bit of the top bit through and pull to form a ring. Go ahead and get that loop onto your hook and pull it through the loop that you already have there in your work to switch over. Now we're going to make a chain of 3, and working into that first stitch, we're going to yarn over, push your hook into that very first stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. Again, yarn over, push in the same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. And one more time in the same stitch, yarn over, push through, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. You have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 4, and you're going to make a chain 1. Okay, we're going to skip the next stitch, and we're going to go into the following. Yarn over, push your hook in, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2. Again, and one more time. So you have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 4, and chain 1. And we're going to skip the next stitch and do it again in the following. So you're going to keep on going, working these clusters into every other stitch, being sure to separate each one with a chain 1. So when you pull through all 4, chain 1, and you're just going to keep going all the way around, close with a slip stitch in the top of the chain 3. Okay, so now we're going to be switching back to color 1, whatever your color 1 choice was. So we're just going to pull up a little bit of a tail end here for our color 2 after you've closed with your slip stitch. Grab your scissors, fasten it off, leave a little bit of a tail end to weave in and out, okay? And switch over back to your color 1. In my case, it's the white, and make your loop and get that onto your hook. Oh, hang on. I just made the loop a little bit too small. So make your starting loop, get that onto your hook, and pull right through. We're going to continue on with our pattern. So we're going to do a chain 3, which counts as a double crochet. In the first stitch, we're working a double crochet. Now we're going to be working into stitches and around the chain ones between each space, okay? So we want to maintain our stitch count and keep the increasing. So just bear in mind, we're going to be working a double crochet in our first stitch here, and because the chain 3 counts as a stitch, that means technically we're starting our round with our 2 double crochets here. So work 1 double crochet in the first stitch. Now, we're going to be working 1 double crochet into each of the next 5 stitches, bearing in mind every other one is technically not into a stitch, it's around the chain space, okay? So that's 1, and then into the next stitch, 2, around the chain, 3, into the stitch, 4, around the chain. That's our 5 double crochets. In the next stitch, we're going to work 2 double crochets. And you're just going to continue on alternating this way. So now you're going to work another 5 double crochets. So 1 double crochet into each of the next 5 stitches, and then you're going to do 2 in the following. And you're going to go all the way around, close with your slip stitch. Okay, so now that you've finished that round, we're moving on to round 9, chain 2 to count as a half double crochet. Work 1 half double crochet in the first stitch, and we're working 1 half double crochet into each of the following 6 stitches. And then we're going to work 2 half double crochets into the following stitch. And then you'll work 1 into each of the next 6, 2 into the following. You're going to keep on going all the way around. By the end of this round, you should have 120 stitches. So go ahead and finish that round and come back. We're moving on to round 10. So you're going to chain 3, which counts as your double crochet. You're going to work 1 double crochet in that first stitch. So it's, again, reminder, we're starting our round here with our 2 double crochets. Now we're going to work 1 double crochet into each of the next 7 stitches, 2 in the following, 1 in each of the next 7, 2 in the following. Go ahead and keep doing that all the way around. You're going to close with a slip stitch and come back. You should now have 135 stitches, and we're going to chain 2 to start our next round. Half double crochet into the first stitch, and then 1 half double crochet into each of the next 8 stitches, 2 half double crochets in the following, 1 into each of the next 8. By the end of this round, you should have 150 stitches. So go ahead and finish up and come back. You're going to go ahead and do this last round of increases. So chain 3, do 1 double crochet in the first stitch, 1 into each of the next 9, 2 in the following, 1 in each of the next 9. Work it all the way around and then come back. Okay, so now you should have a total of 165 stitches. We're going to finish up our work. You can either switch to your color 2 if you want for the border, or keep it as your color 1. I'm keeping it as my color 1. So we're going to chain 3, which of course counts as a double crochet, and then we're going to work 4 double crochets into the first stitch. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 double crochets in the first stitch, which technically is 5 because of the chain 3 counting as a stitch. We're going to chain 2, and we're going to skip the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, and in that following stitch, we're going to work 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3 in the following one. So we're going to work 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to chain 2, skip the next 3, and work 5 double crochets in that following stitch. And you're just going to repeat this all the way around. Keep on going. When you get to the beginning, of course, you're going to be closing your round with a slip stitch in the top of the chain 3 from the start of your round. So go all the way around, close it, and come back and I'll show you how we'll finish up. All right, so now that you have finished that, you might notice it kind of buckling a little bit. That's okay, it's perfectly normal. I do recommend blocking your work. I simply just use a steamer. But let's just finish up here and we'll get into that. So you've closed with your slip stitch, pull up a bit of a tail end. We want these to be durable, so fasten it off. I do recommend having a little bit of a longer tail end to weave in and out of the stitches. Just, with using placemats and washing them, putting them in the washer and dryer, you just want it to be really durable. So grab your tapestry needle and you're gonna be working I'm just gonna show you how I'll do one of my tail ends here. You just want to weave it in and out of a couple of the stitches of your work on the underneath part of your placemat. There's no real rhyme or reason to it, to be honest. It doesn't matter what stitches you're going in and out of. The purpose of this is just to hide and secure. So do that with the rest of the tail ends. And as I mentioned, I do recommend blocking your work. So I just use a clothing steamer for mine and lay it out flat. And then you are done. I hope that you've enjoyed this pattern. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.